Y'all, we are less than 1 day away from this eviction, and the votes are still so close that it's starting to make me a little nervous. There is a brand new alliance in the game that's hoping to shake things up this week, but they also have some obstacles standing in their way that's going to make things really tough. There are a lot of moving parts happening in the game right now and a lot to get into, but before I start with all that, of course I'm going to ask if you would please hit that subscribe button. I know I say this all the time, but if you have only been relying on the TV show for your Big Brother coverage, then you have really been missing out this season. The live feeds are really where it's at because so much detail just gets left out of the TV show completely, or they just straight up lie to you. So if you are someone who would like a deeper dive as to actually what goes on in the game, then please make sure you're subscribed because this is where you want to be. Now, let's get started. So when we last left off, Vince was just removed from the block, and in a move that shocked damn near everyone, Rylie was put up in his place. Now, even though Rylie going up on the block was a real treat for us fans, it unfortunately didn't really seem to be the best move for Rachel's game. For one, because Rylie just was not coming for her at all. And two, it didn't even look like she had the votes to send him home in the first place. Because despite what we all know about Rylie on the outside, he is still really, really well liked in the house. Now, to be fair, I do fault Rachel for the votes not being there because she didn't really do her due diligence of consulting with her allies and making sure she had the votes before she went ahead and set her nominations. Ava made a similar mistake during her HOH, and even though it can be a little bit scary to hear different opinions because of course you don't want to be manipulated, this just proves that it is still important to have one-on-one meetings as the HOH. I think from Rachel's standpoint, she ended up nominating Rylie because she did want to get a bigger player out the house, and she saw putting Kelley on the block as a waste of her HOH. But of course, what Rachel doesn't know is that Kelley does not like her at all whatsoever, so really getting Kelley out the house probably would have been better for Rachel, but of course, that's in the past now. After the nominations were set, Rachel did try to put some of the blame on Lauren, since she did kind of hint to Lauren that Rylie was going to be the replacement nominee.
I said, Lauren, I'm using the veto on Rylie. Or I said, Rylie will be my replacement nominee. You can pull her in here and ask her if you want. I didn't want her to use it. She decided to use it. I told her it was going to be Rylie. And I had to follow through.
So she tries to throw Lauren under the bus a little bit here, but it's not going to be super effective. I mean, don't get me wrong, Katherine and Rylie are definitely not happy with Lauren, and they really don't like the fact that she risked Rylie to save Vince. But at the same time, they do still really like Lauren, and they need her as a number, and they need her as a vote this week. So everything's cool for now, at least.
I want to be completely honest. And I'm like, if I would have known, and I know I should have taken it more seriously. I really should have. And I know. And moving forward, like, you and Rylie are my number one in this game.
Meanwhile, Rachel is still trying to convince poor Keanu that getting rid of Rylie is the better move this week. But of course, with Keanu being Keanu, he's just not listening at all whatsoever.
Thing number 2, our showmans always votes together. Big Brother 12, Brendan told me who to vote for, and I just voted. The numbers are dwindling. There's 6 people in a veto competition. That means that there's 2 of them playing for each other in a veto. 6 out of 2. Do you want to be the 2 people playing, or do you want them to be the 2 people playing?
Keanu still believes that Rylie is on his side because Keanu is delusional and Rylie is just getting away with lying to Keanu with such ease.
You know, like, do I believe that I'm your number one right now? Yes, I do believe that. Do I think that maybe in 3 or 4 weeks when you guys are like fucking legitimately in love and fucking...
I don't think the connection can get any stronger than it already is now. Well, it's to its max right now, bro. I mean,
yeah, okay.
And I mean that. It's to its fucking max.
And you're okay letting her go?
Well,
in the game?
I believe we can take her as far
as we can, yeah. But I'm saying when it comes down to it, let's say it's final 3, you're going to take me over her?
No. That's what I'm telling you, bro. That's why I want to take her at least to that. You know what I'm saying? I want to take her all the way to that.
Yeah.
Again, at this point, multiple people in the house, not just Rachel, but a lot of people have tried to warn Keanu about Riley's game, but he is just not gonna budge. So now I am just officially considering Keanu to be a lost cause. I have lost all faith in him for this week. Originally, I was gonna count him as a swing vote, but all of this stubbornness is just showing me that he's probably gonna keep Reilly no matter what. Meanwhile, things just continue to get worse for Mickey as Ashley and Will continue to drift further away from her. They all started out as this really strong trio, but for the past couple days, Will and Ashley have been gossiping more and comparing notes about the shadier sides of Mickey's gameplay. They just feel like she can be bossy and controlling, giving examples like how she tried to run things during Ava's HOH week.
Ava said that during Ava's HOH, Mickey was having meetings in her HOH room. Yeah. Ava's like, this is my HOH. But she always says, I trust Mickey. And yeah, that's what she said.
Ashley and Will have always been much closer to Mickey, but because of all this mess the past couple days, they have now started contemplating if they would rather keep Morgan over her in the game. Eventually, they start to pitch an idea of bringing Morgan into an alliance with them, and since Vince is so close to Morgan, then maybe he would be willing to join too. And to top it all off, of course, they would love for Rachel to be a part of this thing.
We'll be 5 strong.
She was like, if it's them too.
We can pick them off. Me, you, Morgan, Rachel, Vince, could legitimately pick them off.
I know.
We could be top 5.
I know.
The main goal of this alliance seems to be to get Mickey out the house this week. And since Morgan is on the block and since Morgan has her own shady Mickey stories to tell as well, of course she's going to be on board.
I think I have Mickey. That's scary to say. Well, Mickey's downstairs with Rylie. I know. And she pulled them. It's scary to say. I know. She pulled that's even crazy. Like the fact that I even have to say that is crazy. I know. Me too. I want to ask you something and I don't know if you'll tell me. Was she the one who told you I'd put you up? Yeah. I knew it.
Now, the last person that they need to make this thing official is Vince. So eventually he joins the HOH room and they start talking to him about Mickey and how shady she's been. And of course, Vince is just yes-manning and nodding along throughout the whole conversation. Vince is definitely the odd one out in this group and he is everybody's biggest blind spot. Really, the only reason that he was invited is because he was Morgan's +1. But nevertheless, they still need his vote. So with that, the judges are formed.
I said if our alliance name was called the jury to be funny. The jury. Just to be funny.
I kind of like it too.
Just like
so
it's
dumb.
You came up with
She did. Well, just because we kept saying it. I'm like, the jury is so sweet. Or like, well, I don't know, or we could be the judges because we decide who goes home.
That's savage.
I like that.
That's savage, Morgan. Oh my god.
Wait.
This is the first real alliance that we've seen in a while, but with Vince involved, who knows how long this thing is really going to last for real. Because Vince is still promising Rylie and them that he's on their side, and Vince is just like a natural weasel in this game who just has this innate ability to play everybody, so it's super hard to tell whose side he's really on. My best guess is that Vince is going to hope that Mickey loses the blockbuster, but he's going to keep his options open right up until the end just in case Rylie wins.
But if Morgan is gone and Rylie and Katherine stay in the game, they're a way more powerful duo than you and me. So people will go for them over us anyways. So there's pros and cons to both. But I think keeping Rylie is better as much as it hurts me to even think about. Because people know they're the duo.
Now, the other important vote that's still technically a little up in the air is Ava's. All week long, Ava has been saying that she would rather keep Rylie in the house because she's always had a good general relationship with him. So while Rylie isn't targeting Ava, he is targeting a lot of her allies. So Will and Rachel have been busy trying to get Ava to flip to the other side.
I truly think we could vote Rylie out. This is the problem. Rylie is so mad. He won't even look at me. He's coming for me for sure. He's coming for Ashley.
I know.
I don't know if he wouldn't put up Will now, but like...
That'll be done.
Yeah, let me tell you about showmans too. They're so dangerous in the game. There's going to be 4 votes, and 2 of them are Rylie and Katherine. There's going to be 6 people in a veto. 2 of them are Rylie.
Ava is still really hesitant about all of this though, because she doesn't really trust Morgan ever since she got Zach out last week. And she also doesn't trust that Vince is actually going to flip over to that other side, which is totally fair because I don't know if I trust it either. There are still a lot of moving parts happening in this game right now, and there's even still conversations being had as I speak, so things definitely aren't set in stone. But Mickey does still seem to be in the most trouble right now, no matter who she sits next to. And I really, really hate to say this, but unfortunately, Rylie does still seem to be the most safe. If Rylie and Morgan do end up on the block together, things could get interesting there. That would just be the most messy scenario, since people like Vince, Ava, and even Mickey will probably vote to keep him. And yes, you heard that right. There is a very real possibility that Mickey would vote to keep Rylie over Morgan, even though Rylie does not like Mickey at all. This is just another big blind spot that the judges have, because I don't really think that they're expecting for Mickey to vote that way. So that is all I have for today. Again, people are still talking and gaming right now, so there's still room for things to change, and I really personally hope that they do. But with these annoying house guests, of course, we never really know. Of course, I'll be back here Friday to update you all on who the new HOH is, but until then, bye.